I'm gonna put my hand back here. Jormungandr, you gonna give a boop to me? Nah, every animal hates me. Except for Flying Cat! What's going on, guys? My name is Toby. Welcome back to the channel. Paizocon 2019 at this point has come to a close. There have been some interesting developments in the world of Pathfinder 2nd Edition, one of which I'm actually ecstatic for. And we're here today to talk all about what we've seen at Paizocon 2019. 2nd Edition coverage is back in full swing. If you're liking what you're seeing, like, subscribe, ding that bell today. This episode of your Pathfinder 2nd Edition preview content was brought to you in part by 360 Mac Gamer, a Lauren at our FFD20 run. Thank you for your friendship, man. Thank you for your support. You genuinely make me feel good when I am not feeling good when we are in games together. The definition of neutral good right here, people. Now let's hit it. Okie dokie. So, first and foremost, the one that I'm the most excited about today. If you've been with BDG for a while, you definitely know I was not a fan of Rage in the playtest. 3 rounds is not long enough. Gambling for those 3 rounds is worse. Well, as of 2nd Edition, your Rage now lasts for 1 minute. Assuming you don't run out of enemies or pass out on the floor. Of course, you cannot voluntarily stop raging, and you can't rage again for another 10 rounds once your rage is over, but after you stop raging, you lose any remaining temp hit points, and you can't rage again for a minute. It means that it is no longer easier for people to crit your pants off after you're done raging. That's huge. I thought the playtest Barbarian was pretty unplayable, given how shields down you would go. No longer the case. Stellar move. I'm super stoked for this. And there were a lot of these spoiler cards come up. Some of them were pretty common knowledge, one of them basically being Rule 0. We won't talk about all 100 of them, but we will talk about, well, Furious Finish, a Barbarian feat they get at 2nd that says that you make a strike for 1 action. If it hits, you gain a circumstance bonus equal to the number of rounds remaining in your rage, max 10. Afterwards, you are fatigued until you rest for 10 minutes. And your rage ends, but that's a huge amount of damage. That's literally just drop somebody onto the ground in one fell swing. I weep for the NPCs in the taverns. Now, this is going to be a double speak for some of us, but of course, proficiency got to change as well. An untrained proficiency is +0, throw the d20. Add that mod. Trained is a +2, expert is a +4, master is 6, legendary is 8. Again, we've already talked about this, but it's super relevant because now the gulf is wider between the guy who picks up the sword and doesn't know what it is and the literal sword master. Next up, we have seen wands, and wands are getting an enormous overhaul. Wands now contain spells that can be cast once a day. Casting from a wand requires holding the wand in one hand and activating it with the cast a spell activity, using the normal number of actions for whatever spell's in your wand. To cast a spell from a wand, it must be on your spell list. Because you're the one casting it, use your spell attack roll and spell DC. The spell is of your tradition, so no more rogues with UMD, is how I'm reading that one. But after the spell is cast from the wand for the day, you can attempt to cast it once more to overcharge the wand, as it were. You cast it again, then roll a DC 10 flat check, pass, the wand breaks. Fail, the wand is destroyed. No longer, and I think we've seen this one coming about 20 billion miles off, do we buy the Wand of Cure Light Wounds with 50 charges and laugh our way through the encounter. Now, I think it's more about buying quantity of wands, bulk of wands, encumbering thyself with wands to be able to cast what you need to function, but even then, you still need someone who can cast heal to have the proverbial wand of heal. Next on the list, and most adorable of the list, we already saw him. I want to bring him back again. Whoa, Flying Cat, you're so adorable. Hi, buddy. Whoa. And there you go. That's a cat familiar with the wings tacked on as you do your prep in the mornings. Yet again, tacking on to that Build-A-Pet workshop that familiars have become. This one hopes they are a little more clear as we move forward into 2nd Edition. Now, before we sign off for tonight, let's talk about some future books, shall we? First things first, the Extinction Curse Adventure Path. And it takes place on the Isle of Kortos. You know, because there's other things on that island beside Absalom. Nice. Definitely looking forward to it. And as you guys know, we're all about the non-core races here. The Lost Omens character guide, dropping this October, will have new heritages and ancestry feats for every ancestry in the core rulebook, plus the lizard folk, hey, that's Iruxi, thank you very much, as well as the Leshy, and although it says bugbear, is typo, the hobgoblin will be appearing right on the tails of everything else, as well as templates to make faction-specific monsters and 5 complete factions with archetypes and other benefits of membership. Is that where the Cavalier is? I really still want to see my Cavalier. Where's that hashtag my Pathfinder spoiler? Paizo! I digress. Lost Omens, Gods and Magic kind of feels like our inner sea gods, I suppose. Except for the fact that come January 2020, it will have hundreds of deities. That's exciting! Got domains, got favored weapons, got new domains, new feats, new spells. Deal. I'm here for it. You know what that is, kids? That's bloat. And that's what Pathfinder's all about. Having so much stuff that you could never ever hope to know all of it. And of course, we'll cover it here first. Of course, we've got about 1 billion screenshots. Last but not least, the Game Mastery Guide, which looks incredibly exciting. And I'm not just saying that because there's a black dragon on it. I'm not biased, you're biased. In any case, as we see more content in the coming weeks, we'll have it here. Hype is real. What are you guys thinking? When we get new ancestry feats for ancestries that already exist, should I talk about them as one big lump, ancestry specific? What are we the most excited about? What do y'all want to see on the channel? Down there. Let me know all about it. As always, be sure to like and subscribe for more videos. We'll be back at it. Assuming there's a blog on Monday. I'm assuming there will be a blog on Monday with more of your Pathfinder 2nd edition content this Tuesday.